Are we live? Welcome to another edition of Too Early for This podcast. I believe this is episode 9, episode 8, or episode 9. I don't think we're at the 10th mark. But, anyways, your host and moderator. I'm Christy Don One. And breaking news, we got some breaking news that's really started yesterday, and it's about one ice cream vlog. Now, if you've been living under a rock, allow your boy to explain. Basically, ice cream vlog is Mr. Exposer. Okay, this guy exposed all the YouTube influencers. CJ on 32, his nemesis, his arch enemy, Mr. Organic. He has tons of videos about Mr. Organic. This man, Lawsuit Jerry, uh, Real to Real. I mean, this man exposed all the car YouTube influencers, Kylie Muscle, just influencers in general. This is the grand poobah of somebody that exposed all of these influencers. I mean, he goes in on them. Okay, he goes ham on them, harder than a. Can't say the rest of it. But this man goes through it. I mean, this man breaks down every dissect of information about these YouTube influencers, saying that they live these fake lifestyles, rented mansions. He talked about their cars, their houses, their family members. This man talked about their bank accounts, their jewelry. This man goes in on everybody's information, everybody's business. Okay. And this guy is a constant thorn in a lot of these influencers. And Iscream Vlog has been exposing people for quite some time now. Now, I could be wrong about what I'm getting ready to say. And if I am wrong, please hit me up in the comment section saying, nah, you tripping on that. But I feel like he got pregnant and spawned a lot of other YouTube content providers. And now, a lot of these guys copy and paste the man's swag, the man's style. 1000 HP Media is another one of those YouTube content providers who pretty much does the same thing, but on a comedic level. There's levels to it. And he goes in on a lot of these YouTube influencers, talk about their cars, talk about their jewelry and things of that nature. I don't think 1000 HP Media goes as deep as Iscream Vlogs when it comes to putting up their home addresses and talking about their family members or their significant others. I don't think 1000 HP Media goes that deep, but Iscream Vlog just go deep. I mean, he goes to he's deeper than the deepest sea. I mean, that's how this man is an habitual line stepper when it comes to going that deep and going that hard on a lot of these social media influencers. I remember, and let me tell you some other people. And like I said, I could be wrong about what I'm getting ready to say about him being the grandfather of a lot of these YouTube influencers. Mike Ray Vlogs, it has been spawned from the womb of Iscream Vlog. Now, Mike Ray Vlogs is just as big as Iscream Vlog in my opinion, in my humble opinion. Now the one thing, and like I say, when you're talking about Iscream vlogs, Mike Ray vlogs, 1000 HP Media, I mean, there are tons of other people that that's in this bag, that's in this lane, and I kind of, uh, I kind of co-sign on a lot of things Mike Ray vlog does when he puts out his videos. I do but I do see there's a difference between him and Iscream vlogs. Mike Ray vlogs doesn't go to the extent. I mean, he doesn't go down and dirty and talk about these these content providers, family members, or their children. I mean, so there's limits to Mike Ray vlogs, and I can co-sign to a lot of his content. Now, the only thing I would say I couldn't co-sign with Mike Ray vlogs is when he put out Mr. Organic's address to his mansion. I mean, now as far as does he own, now Mr. Organic owned the mansion? I was for that. I was for anybody that was making videos saying, no, Mr. Organic doesn't own his mansion. He's he's paying a mortgage on the a mansion, and come to find out it was like a rental. It was it was just one of those situations where he was renting the mansion, and it wasn't necessarily his mansion. Now, Mike Ray Vlogs did put out his address, and I remember watching that video, and he said, well, Mr. Organic already put the ad. I mean, if you just look at the video closely, the address is on his own video. And yeah, that's absolutely true. I don't think Mike Ray Vlogs was lying. I didn't hop in the mystery machine with Scooby-Doo and rewind the video. But I say out of all the things he has put out, I feel like that's the one thing me and him will have to agree to disagree. I don't believe in putting out people's addresses, and I mean going that far, putting out people's addresses and things of that nature, or talking about people's family or significant other. Like Scarface said, hey, no women, no women, no kids. No women, no kids. All right. But that's him. I mean, I mean, he's not technically doing anything illegal. But it's just, I feel like there are layers and parameters where you just don't cross. It's like a hidden agreement, sort of say, where you try to, the person that you're talking about is newsworthy. And I feel like all of us as content providers are reporters, and we report on what we see, or we report on what we research and find out. And I feel like every YouTube content provider is a reporter. And there's levels to this, and you have to be respectful to whoever you're making the video about. As long as you're not talking about their family members, as long as you're not showing their addresses or their significant other's address, or talking about the significant other, unless the significant other is just as famous as the person that you're talking about. I feel like if they are in the private sector and they're not in the celebrity glamorous life situation, they're just wanting to have a regular life. I just I feel like there's a parameter, there's a line in place where you just don't go there with it. But everything else is fair game. All right. If you want to talk about the content providers, how much they make on YouTube or how much they make in general, that's fair game. If you want to talk about the content providers cars, if they, if their content is about cars and the cars that they own, and they say they own all these cars, come to find out these cars are rented, these cars are borrowed. If you want to talk about that, that's fair game. If you want to talk about their jewelry, and particularly if they make content around their jewelry, then that's fair game. However, if they're making content about their significant other, and their significant other has a YouTube channel and they just as famous or trying to get in the glamorous game, I believe that's fair game. But if their significant other is, just happens to be in the video, or if their kids just happen to be in the video, as long as they're not producing content around these individuals, and as long as these individuals doesn't have YouTube channels, that's still fair game. Even if they don't have a YouTube channel, I still feel like that's fair game. But my humble opinion, I just don't go in on people's family. I don't go in on people's significant others. There's certain lines you should not cross. You want to treat people like you want to be treated. All right. You don't want nobody talking about your family. You don't want nobody talking about your significant other. So why would you want to talk about someone else's significant other? And unfortunately, Iscream Vlog is now witnessing and experiencing, all the hell he's been raising for years, and going in on a lot of YouTube content providers and exposing a lot of content YouTube providers, posting their address, posting their place of business, posting their bank statements, talking about the the influencer's family and significant other. Now he's experiencing the same type of heat that he was pressing on other people. When he was pressing that heat like an iron to a shirt, now that same iron is pressing on one Iscream Vlog, and he ain't liking it. All right, like my father always say, it ain't fun when the rabbit got the gun. And I repeat that again. It ain't fun when the rabbit got the gun. So let's get into what's going on with one Iscream Vlog. And like I said, this is breaking news. This is hot off the press from late last night. So several content providers on YouTube has been really checking out Iscream Vlog's information, and they didn't steal this information. They use the same tactics Iscream Vlog used on other content providers on YouTube, and they just used his weapon against him. And Iscream Vlog made a huge error. He made a huge mistake, and somehow, some way, they found out not only Iscream Vlog face, his name, they found out his family. They found out his business. Come to find out, Iscream Vlog is a middle-aged white man with a dentist office. All right, either a dentist office that he owns or his wife owns. A lot. If you listen to a lot of videos, a lot of people are saying his wife owned this dentist practice. And if you listen to other videos, they own it in conjunction. I do feel like they own this dentist practice in conjunction due to the fact that they are married. They showed his kids. They got into his Facebook account. Man, this is looking so bad for Iscream Vlog. Now, Iscream Vlog is feeling what a lot of these content providers were feeling when he was raining hell on them. The Kylie Muscles, the Mr. Organics, the CJs on 32s, all the people that he would raise havoc to. I remember one video Iscream Vlogs made, and I disagree with this video totally. It wasn't on his official channel. It was on his many other channels, which we're about to talk about, his many other channels. But and about his tactics on how he got these videos so popular. Um, but basically, I remember one video where Iscream Vlog did a video about Danielle Champion, and it was a scene in the video where he had Danielle Champion's name on a piece of paper, and he was throwing $100 bills at Danielle Champion's name. Now, he didn't throw $100 bills on Danielle Champion literally, but basically implying that Danielle Champion is a stripper or a hooker or a prostitute, she's for sale. Basically, that's what that video was about and what that video indicated. And I felt like when Iscream Vlog did that, to me, that was totally wrong. Yes, I know Danielle Champion is an influencer. She's a social media influencer. Yes, I know Danielle Champion does YouTube. She's a content provider herself. And yes, you feel like she's just as fair game as all the other influencers and content providers on YouTube. However, there's levels to this and there's lines you should not cross. And I felt like he definitely crossed some lines. Now, I have made videos on Mr. Organic. I have made videos on Danielle Champion. I have made videos on Lawsuit Larry. I have made videos on a lot of content providers on YouTube, but I also made videos of other celebrities. All right, they may not be, they may be influencers, but I made videos on people that have much bigger brands and much bigger names as the people I just mentioned. But the difference is, and like I said earlier, I feel like if you're in this business as a YouTube content provider or social media influencer or just in social media, and you're doing topics like this, you have to be A, respectful, and B, the information that you are producing, you better Google it. Google is your friend. You better once, twice, three times the lady. Make sure what you're putting out is authentic. What you're putting out is true. And when you're casting your opinion, all right, make sure it's fair and balanced, not disrespectful and imbalanced. Okay. And like I say, I feel like it's a hidden rule, but I feel like you have to be respectful to the person that you're talking about. And once again, I feel like if you're in YouTube, if you're a content provider or you're a content provider on social media, you have to be respectful to the person that you're doing the video or the live stream about. No women, no kids. Keep their women out your mouth or their significant others out your mouth. Keep their kids out your mouth. And privacy as far as where they do business at or where they lay their heads at, which is their residence. Be respectful there as well. Keep that out your mouth. But now, if you want to talk about the news at hand, go right ahead. I feel like everything else is fair game. If you say that they're wearing fake jewelry, that's fair game. If you want to say that, hey, they made a video talking about they own this mansion, come to find out they don't even own this mansion, that's fair game. If you want to talk about their cars, that's fair game. If you want to talk about all the brand and sponsor deals that they advertise on their platform, that's fair game. If you want to talk about them breaking the law, that's fair game. Or if they have beef with other content providers, that's fair game. But when you go personal, when you attack these individuals, these celebrities, these A, B, C, D, Z list celebrities, if if you go low and attack them personally, then I feel like that's not fair game. I mean, then you're not reporting the news, then you become the news, and it becomes imbalanced. Now you can be biased towards whoever you're talking about. You can be in bias to whoever you're talking about, but as long as you're not posting lies and posting stories that come to be untruths And a lot of us get caught up. A lot of us get these stories. We hurry up. We do some research on these stories. We do our video. We post the video. We post the live stream. And when it's up, and then a couple hours go by, come to find out the story wasn't true, then that's when you need to make a follow-up video and just say, hey, the information that I got, I thought it was true. Come to find out it's not true. And blase, 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 blase. All right. But once again, Iscream Vlog is getting a taste of his own medicine, and he is not liking it. They have leaked and exposed a lot of his personal info. Now, they're not leaking out his tax statements or his credit cards or his social security number from the videos I've watched, but they utilize the same copy and paste type of thing, tactics Iscream Vlog did for many years with a lot of these content providers. And I really don't feel sorry for Iscream Vlog. I feel like, karma is a trip. You put out negative energy in the universe is going to reward you of that negative energy. Whatever God you believe in, if you're pushing out that type of negative energy is going to come back and bite you in the butt. And that's what's happening to Iscream Vlog. Now, it took a minute. Iscream Vlog was, in these YouTube streets, basically just running roughshod, no protection, he doesn't have his guards up, and he was making videos nonstop. This man was making so many videos. He was like the Vlad of YouTube. I don't know if you guys are subscribed to Vlad TV. I don't know if you guys know Vlad TV, but it just seemed like on the hour, every hour, Vlad comes out with a video. Okay. Same with Adam 22, No Jumper podcast. Hour upon hour of videos being released from his platform. And that's what Iscream Vlog was ultimately, going into that hemisphere. His original YouTube channel, I didn't even know this until I was watching the mini videos late last night. His original channel was upwards to 3 million views. I mean, that was some huge numbers. Now, it's not the Vlad TV type numbers. It's not the Adam 22 of numbers, but he could have capitalized. And if this didn't happen to him, who knows how many views he would have gotten, later on down the road. But now he's getting a taste of his own medicine, and he doesn't like it. And now he's in witness protection. This man is in YouTube witness protection, all right? This man has tried everything, tried to change the information. He even went as far as changing his YouTube channel. It's not even Iscream Vlogs no more. It's milk and tea, or milk and honey, or milk mixed with ice cream, something like that. And he deleted all of his videos from his main channel. And now he's starting to delete several other videos from several other channels that he owned. And I watched a particular video. Iscream Vlogs owns 80 YouTube channels. I didn't even think you can get that many channels created on YouTube. This man was a local, international, worldwide, multi-universe thug, internet troll. All right. This man is an international troll. This man has passports all over the YouTube hemisphere. Okay. This man's got YouTube channels galore. And a lot, the amateur trolls that don't release content, and they go on all of these platforms that they don't like, which is kind of funny. you're a troll, you don't like this particular person's channel, so you watch their videos, you watch their live streams, and you start commenting in the comment section and trying to throw trying to throw a line in the ocean, hoping for that content provider to be caught in one of these lines. And if the content provider doesn't reply to you, you go into your other channel and do and make a similar comment. Okay, that content provider is not either that content provider is not answering your question, or that content provider has blocked you. So you get into your other YouTube account. But I didn't know you can create 80 YouTube channels, and Iscream Vlog has 80 YouTube channels, and they are allegedly, they're saying this. Now we got to use the word allegedly. Allegedly. They're saying that on Iscream Vlog's own original YouTube channel, he was commenting to himself with all of those 80 channels. And I feel like this is sort of true, because a lot of people don't realize, and a lot of people make this huge mistake. You got all these YouTube channels, and then when you start making content and creating content, and maybe you don't get the traction, maybe you don't get the views, maybe you don't get the comments, and the only way your video is going to blow up if you get the views as well as the comments. And a lot of these people use these troll channels, subscribe to their main channel, and act like they're like regular smuggler subscribers when it's not even the case. Okay, they're just talking among their selves. All right, and that's sad. That's absolutely sad. Why would you do that? And when you do that, you run the risk of someone that that has a huge chip on their shoulder, or someone that you have been exposing for many moons. They start looking at these channels and come to find out these channels are created by you. A lot of content providers, a lot of Twitch channels have been caught up that way. When you start cross-referencing all the people in the comment section, and come to find out all of these channels are created under one email or under one umbrella of madness, and it comes to find out that you own all these channels, that's how they called Iscream Vlog. Now that's allegedly. I want to say allegedly. All right. But Iscream Vlog has been exposed. All right. And this man is under witness protection. He's in the program and hasn't uploaded a video about this subject. Hasn't made a video about anything, to be perfectly honest with you guys. Haven't made a video yet to explain to the naysayers, to explain to his fan base, to explain to the haters, is this true? Is this not true? It's looking bad out here in these social media streets for one Iscream Vlog. And everybody, it's like Christmas early for a lot of these people that Iscream Vlog has talked about for years. I know Mr. Organic is checking out this, and he is laughing his tail off. And it would not surprise me if Mr. Organic says something on his social media platforms, or maybe on his YouTube channel, discussing Iscream Vlog is in hiding. He's in hiding like Saddam Hussein. All right. He's in an underground bunker. Iscream Vlog is in an underground bunker somewhere, hiding from the bombs that have been, the missiles that have been exploding on top of his dome. All right. They showed one video of him with his kids And that video did not do any justice for one Mr. Iscream Vlogs. I forgot his name, his real name, and be perfectly honest with you guys, if I knew the name off the top of my dome, I'm not going to advertise his real name out there. If people want to advertise his real name, fine, it's fair. But if this was just a regular YouTube content provider and this was done to them, I would probably have some sympathy for them. I'd be like, I think y'all took it a little bit too far. But we're talking about Iscream Vlogs where there was no line he didn't mind crossing. There was no subject he felt like it was inappropriate or that's too private or too confidential. This man would talk about people's business on a day in, day out basis. Now, I will say this, and I'm going to say this one more again. If you're a content provider and you're uploading content like this, I feel like there's a lot of subject matter that's fair game. I feel like there's extremely amount of info that's in the gray area. If it's in the gray area, in my humble opinion, I would not advertise it. And I feel like there are lines where you should not go and you should not cross. And it always goes back to treat people like you want people to treat you. All right. If you don't want nobody talking about your mama, then don't talk about other people's mamas. All right. If you don't like people talking about your dead relatives, then don't talk about other people's dead relatives. If you don't want to talk, if you don't want to know, if you don't want people to know where you live at or where you work at, then don't talk about other people's addresses and where they work or where they live at. I feel like those are subject matters that you just don't cross the line. If you don't want nobody talking about your significant other or your children, then don't talk about their children or their significant others. Now, I feel like if the significant other is a content provider themselves and they are a social media influencer, and I feel like that's fair game. But if it's just a regular significant other who you may see them in the videos a time or two, you may see them on the TikToks or the Snapchats or the Twitter or whatever, but they're not heavily involved in the content other than the content provider just posting them. And I feel like that's a tricky subject, but I tend to lean to if they don't have a platform and if they're not advertising this on their own platform, then I'm just not going to do it. Now, I can give you an example. I feel like Mr. Organic and Danielle Champion, that's fair game because they're both social media influencers. They both have YouTube channels, and they're are both promoting a lifestyle. So that's fair game. I feel like or Love and Slim, that's fair game. But let's just say they had, Mr. Organic and Daniel Champion had a child, and they didn't advertise their child to the masses. I feel like that's not in fair game. No women, no children. Unless they, have a platform, and that's the best I can state it. But with Iscream Vlog, his wife is not in none of his videos. His children are not in none of his videos. For we didn't even know Iscream Vlog. We didn't even know how he looked. Okay, he didn't even put his official face, and that's another thing I want to jump into. All of these guys that use these guerrilla warfare tactics, trying to expose these YouTube influencers, talking about how fake their lifestyle is, talking about their family members, or talking about their significant others, or was significant other, or I don't know why I said others, just other, and talking about their children and their family and stuff. You know, all these guys love to talk about, yeah, everybody, but you don't see their face. You don't know who this individual is. This individual hides behind a keyboard. This individual hides behind an image. This individual just hides behind the shade of protection. All right. And my thing of it is, if you're going to sit there and talk about people, then you have to point the camera at yourself. Um, and I don't talk about people. I just report what the news. And if it happens, if the news happened, or if the story happens to be about that individual, I keep it 100 on that individual. I don't go into that individual's personal life. I don't go into that individual's significant other's personal life. I don't go into the family or the children's personal life. Okay. Because what's private is private. What's personal is personal. And what's being promoted by them, that's fair game. Sometimes you have to protect the influencer from themselves. I feel like Kylie Muscle is one of those type of individuals that you have to protect from himself. His wife would be on his videos. Yeah, she has an Instagram, and I believe she has a Facebook, but she wasn't heavily involved in content making, a content provider, or making content. All right. She just happens to be his wife. And sometimes he will feature her on his videos. And it's been a while since I've seen Kylie Muscle's wife, but I never went in or talked about Kylie Muscle's wife. I felt like that was private, that was personal. Even though he would promote her in the videos, sometimes you have to protect the content provider from themselves. All right. And we all got that. We all got that sense. We all got that hidden sense. We all got that third eye where we can look at something, and before we make content on it, we look at the subject matter. We look at what's in the gray area, what's not in the gray area, what is personal and confidential, and what is publicly known. All right. And publicly known sometimes can be, excuse me, in a gray area. Sometimes publicly known can be in a gray area. But we're all grown. We all know right from wrong. And I just, personally for me, if it's too personal, I don't talk about it. If I feel like if I feel like I'm crossing a line, I don't talk about it. All right. I know we're all starving to be the first to put some promote some stuff out and get views and things of that nature, but I just don't do it. And I feel like other content providers uh, are in that same boat. Um, but like I said, when you look at um when you look at Iscream vlogs, he made a living off of, and he would make a living, and he would be pleasured off of somebody's uh personal and confidential private information. I mean, he loved to flame broil somebody and quote unquote expose somebody. And if you want to expose somebody, if somebody's saying that they're the richest person on YouTube, come to find out they're not even the richest person on YouTube. If you want to do that, that's fine. If you want to talk about, well, they got a fleet of cars, they own a fleet of cars, and you do your research, you do your due diligence, come to find out this person don't even own a fleet of cars, that's fair game. If they talk about, oh, I own multi-million-dollar mansions, and come to find out they don't, that's fair game, or whatever. Um, that's fine. But I do feel like there's a line in the sand that's being drawn in the sand of things that is personal and confidential, where I don't care if you're a YouTube content provider, you're a Twitch streamer, you're a social media content provider. There's a lot of things out there. And sorry about for my voice. I got my voice is squeaking right now because I feel kind of ill right now. I've been under the weather for the past couple of days, so I do apologize. There are some things that is personal and private and confidential. I did videos on Cardi B and Tasha K, and there was a lot of things in that news that was personal and confidential on both sides, Cardi B and Tasha K. And I chose not to publicly bring up those stories. Even though there have been other platforms and other content providers that was pushing that narrative, I wasn't. I could sleep better at night knowing that I'm not trying to expose somebody. I'm not trying to expose someone's personal and private, confidential information. I just want to talk about the story. If the person happens to be the story, I focus on them. I don't talk about their family. I don't talk about their kids. Um, I don't talk about their place of business. Now, if they use their place of business on the platform and they use it to produce this content, particularly exposing other people, then and I feel like Iscream Vlogs is in that situation. This man has erased himself off the interwebs. Like I say, he changed his YouTube name, but his ad is still Iscream Vlogs. So, and I know he should know that, or he probably was in a rush or in a hurry and forgot to do it, or it may take a while for that to be scrubbed and erased to a new ad. But this man erased all of his content. Now, I don't think now personally, in my humble opinion, I don't think he erased all of that content. I think he put it all on private. That's the quickest way to and like I said, Iscream Vlog is probably gonna go under a different name. And he's probably still got that content, and I think he's going to use it as reference. I don't think that content is going to be public again, but it will be for his eyes only, where he can use for reference, because I'm pretty sure he's going to make a video explaining himself. He's going to make a video saying that he's a victim, and he's going to make a video trying to explain the unexplainable, which is, look, when you start going into people's lives, when you start talking about people's personal life, when you start talking about a significant other's personal life, or children, or when you start posting people's addresses and their bank statements and their birth certificates and their social security numbers. I'm not saying that he's doing that, but that's how far this man has what he has done. And now they're using the same tactics against you, and now you don't like those same tactics. And now this man done private all his videos. This man has already done changed his name. And another thing I found out in a video, this man would put links to his YouTube channel under current events, particularly TMZ. And this man would get additional views by doing this. And people would just tap into the link on his on Twitter, thinking that they're going to this link because this link is talking about what the story subject is on TMZ. They click the link, come to find out it's Iscream Vlogs video. And some people would probably just turn it off right then and there, don't even play it. But then some people are going to be intrigued and they're going to listen to it anyway. I I feel like, in my humble opinion, I wouldn't have done that. That's lying to the public, because they're going to click that link thinking that they're going to see something about what TMZ said about Cardi B or Kanye West or whatever. Come to find out, it's an Iscream Vlogs video about Danielle Champion or Mr. Organic, and people are going to be bamboozled and fooled, and most people are going to turn that video off, but other people are going to continue to watch that video. But nevertheless, this man, Iscream Vlog, has private all his videos, changed his name, and like I said, this man is going to wait for this wave to disappear, and I guarantee you he's editing a video right now, trying to explain himself, trying to make himself into a victim, trying to get sympathy from a lot of viewers on YouTube, and to basically get the trust back into him. All right. Believe Iscream Vlogs. Don't believe all of these people that's posting this stuff about him. And he's going to have to face the music and say, yes, that's me. Me and my wife own a dentist practice. And I always knew Iscream Vlogs. People were making exposed videos before this, and people were talking about how Iscream Vlog is a taxi driver or does Lyft. He's a driver for Lyft or Uber or whatever. And people would say that. And I just had a feeling, I just didn't see that. Just because he was in his car doesn't necessarily mean he's in that type of mode. But it kind of threw me for a loop to come to find out this man, as well as his wife, has a dentistry practice, and this man is just a dentist. Okay, Dennis the Menace. He should change his name to Iscream Vlogs to Dennis the Menace, and basically, and I feel like 3 million views ago, before he created the YouTube channel Iscream Vlogs, he was probably one of these guys that was watching a lot of these videos and these live streams of the Mr. Organics, of the Love and Slims, of CJ on 32, Rail to Real. He was probably a fan of these YouTube influencers and was a huge fan of these guys. And maybe one day he was commenting in the comment section on a regular vlog video or just a video in general or a live stream. And basically he got rubbed the wrong way, paused by one of these influencers. And that led him to where he is now, 3 million views later, Iscream Vlogs. So, yeah, and I feel like if that's true, that's a sad way to be a content provider. To be just to be an internet troll. Maybe one of these influencers didn't thank him, didn't get on their hands and knees and thanked him, or didn't acknowledge him. And now, he says, you know what? I'm gonna run roughshod on these influencers, and I'm gonna create a channel called Iscream Vlogs, and I'm just gonna expose all of these YouTube content providers and these social media content providers, and I'm gonna show the world that these people are living fake lives, telling fake lies, and wearing fake chains and things of that nature. And I feel like that's exactly what happened to Iscream Vlog. And if that really happened, man, that's a sad and pathetic way to be a content provider on social media. A lot of people may disagree with me, and I feel like the people that's going to disagree with me are going to be the haters, the trolls that feel it's okay to just crap on people, on other content providers, all because you don't like that particular content provider. I just think, that's a sad life to be in or to be involved in, but it is what it is. Um, but yeah, I'm pretty sure he's in the lab right now, chopping up a video, an extremely long video, and he's going to explain and try to talk his way out of this situation. And I'm pretty sure moving forward, one or two things is going to happen. Now, if you got a heart of stone, which I don't think Iscream Vlogs has one, he's going to say, well, I'm going to continue to be me. You guys like me for these type of videos. I'm going to continue to make those type of videos. But if he's in that mode, then why would he private all of the videos that he has made? I realize, and I don't think that's the approach he's going to use to explain himself. Two, he'll probably come back to YouTube and start changing his channel and be more positive and don't do the exposed videos. He's going to lose a ton of subscribers that way. He's definitely going to lose a ton of views that way, because a lot of people that are subscribed to his channel are a lot of people that likes the mess. They like him for being messy. And if he's no longer being messy, then he's just going to do something else entirely and something different. And three, he can just be totally done with YouTube. Okay. Because he's going to have to face reality. I'm pretty sure if his wife doesn't know, if his wife and family doesn't know now, they're going to know later when people start emailing this company, when they start calling this dentist practice, and they start, telling his wife and his kids what type of man he is on social media, and they're gonna have a backlog to all of his videos, particularly that Danielle Champion video of him writing Danielle Champion name on a piece of paper and throwing money at the name, implying that Danielle Champion can be bought and sold. And I don't think Iscream Vlog was thinking when he made that video how extremely bad it made him look. Not on the troll level. I mean, he looks bad on the troll level, but you are a white man, okay, telling the world that this black woman can be bought and sold, and you're throwing money at her name, implying that you're throwing money at her, and you're this white guy throwing money at this black woman. On the outside looking in, one would assume that, okay, you're trying to say that she's your slave. Is that what you're trying to say? And you're also are trying to say that you exploiting the black community. You're this white guy, this middle-aged old white guy who should be happy with his life. He's a dentist. He has his own practice. He should be living the best life, but he spends the majority of his time trolling African Americans who have platforms on YouTube, who are content providers on YouTube. And all the years Mr. Organic called you a racist, and I couldn't really co-sign on Mr. Organic calling you a racist, because he didn't really have no hardcore evidence to prove without a shadow of a doubt that you were a racist. And when he was saying that, and it wasn't just me, everybody in social media as well as YouTube would say, I think you're going too far on the branch there, Mr. Organic. And it made him look kind of foolish calling you a racist, because he didn't even know nothing about you. At that time, we didn't even know what you looked like. We knew you was a white guy, but we didn't know what you looked like. All right. And to come to find out, if you look at that Danielle Champion video, if you look at the multitude of other videos that you have um, that you have put out, and all of those videos have one thing in common: black men, young black women that are content providers making a name for themselves on a public platform called YouTube or just social media in general. You had a bias for, and you had an allegiance to destroy their image and their reputation. You never talked about the Jake Pauls of the world. Well, none of the Paul brothers. You never talked about Mr. Beast. Okay. You never talked about any of the uh, Caucasian content providers on YouTube. You would always keep it strictly to the African American content providers. Why do that? They were not the most popular ones on YouTube. It was the Jake Pauls, or the Jake brothers. It was the Mr. Beast. If you look at their views, it was Jesse. It was the guy from New York that goes through New York vlogging with the skateboard. I keep forgetting his name. I do apologize. But you get my drift, you get my point. He would always talk about the African Americans that were doing content on YouTube, but no other nationalities on YouTube. And it appears from the outside looking in that you have a weird bias against African Americans. And if we're just talking about YouTube, well, a lot of African American viewers will be turned off about that and unsubscribe to you and stop watching your videos or supporting your channel. But now, since we got a face to the voice, and now they know where you work at, this is going to damage you and hurt you financially and reputation wise on YouTube or on any other social media platform. But this is also going to affect you in your real life, in your real status. When I'm telling you, right now is a snowball going down the hill. This is going to potentially become an avalanche that's not only going to cover and expose the roof off of your YouTube career, your social media career, but your real public life as well. Dude, just because you private your videos doesn't necessarily mean people have not made copies of your video, of the videos that you have private. And you're going to fool your family. You're going to fool your wife, but that's only going to be a temporarily you're going to be protected by that. But eventually they're going to put two and two together, and they're going to see all of this other information. They're going to see all the videos that you have made, any live streams you have made. They're going to look at your comments from other content providers who happen to be African American, and this is going to affect your private personal life. It ain't fun when the rabbit got the gun. When you put out negativity in the universe, you're going to be rewarded. The universe is going to reward you of that same negative energy. Whatever God you believe in, if you're promoting negative energy to whatever God you believe in, that God is going to reward you of that same negative energy. You reap what you sow. You made the bed, now lie in it. And you have no one to blame but yourself, because no one put a gun to your head and said, hey, make this type of content. And you never explained it. All the times you would go in on Hassan Campbell, all the times you would go in on Kwame Brown, all the times you go in on Mr. Organic, all the times you went in on a lot of these African American content providers on YouTube, it was like you had an agenda. like you was totally biased against these people. And again, like I said initially early on in this live stream, there's a line you don't cross, and you have crossed that line multiple times. You're an habitual line stepper. You didn't tiptoe over the line, you just stomped all over the line. When you got into people's private information, when you started posting people's private addresses. Now, I know you're going to say, well, all I did was just look at the video closely. I blew the video up and I saw the address off of a reflection. I saw the address on the video. So I just went on and just Googled the address, and that's how I found out where they lived at. But they're using those same tactics on you. And you know how I know how you didn't like those tactics? Because you private all of your videos. You changed your name. And I'm telling you, folks, anybody that, and he's already on the defensive as far as a lot of these content providers are posting his personal videos and private and his family and his face and things of that nature. And I'm pretty sure he done went to YouTube and told them they need to block those images, because I'm pretty sure he wrote in the description when he was striking these videos, this is personal and confidential. It ain't fun when the rabbit got the gun. Iscream vlog, you have nobody to blame but yourself. The joke is on you. Yes, a lot of people like myself make content surrounding a lot of famous A, B, C, D, Z list celebrities. But the difference between me and anybody else versus Iscream vlog and a lot of these people that use the same guerrilla warfare tactics, such as an Iscream vlog, we don't go cut deep into someone's private information or their private lives. I don't post anyone's address. I don't post anyone's private, confidential information like their social security, their bank statements, or anything like that. I don't go into someone's significant other's private life about their job or their children, or I don't talk about them on that level, because there's respect in this game. And like I said, we all are reporters, and we need to really treat this platform with integrity and respect. I did a video a couple of days ago about Sweetie, about her mixtape sales. I only focus on the mixtape sales. I didn't talk about Sweetie as what type of religion she was that she believes in. I didn't go into Sweetie's personal life. I didn't talk about Sweetie's mother. I didn't talk about Sweetie's kids, even though Sweetie doesn't have kids. But you get my drift. I didn't even go into the video. I didn't even go, and this was I could have went there, but I didn't. It was, everyone was talking about what Sweetie said in her mixtape about Takeoff. I didn't go into that. I felt like that was a line no one should cross. But if someone wants to cross that, fine, go ahead. But it's already out there. I could use the excuse of, well, everyone else is talking about it, I'm going to talk about it myself. No, I didn't go there. Because there are certain things in life that is personal and confidential, and there are some lines you just don't cross. Because once you cross them lines, you can't go back and uncross that line. And that's what Iscream vlog is going through right now. Iscream vlog is in struggle mode right now. He wants his private life back, but everyone, your private life is out there among the masses, and you have nobody to blame but yourself. The same guerrilla type warfare tactics you were using on a lot of these African American influencers, these African American content providers on YouTube, Twitch, or whatever, whatever platform they're on, they're using those same tactics on you, and you don't like it. It ain't fun when the rabbit got the gun. It's and whatever energy that you produce and promote on your platform, that energy is going to turn around and be used against you. And like I said, you can only hide for so long on social media, but eventually people are going to know who you are. You can lie to your significant other, your wife and your kids, your family members for so long, but eventually they're going to put two and two together. They're going to see what you've been posting for the past multiple years. They're going to see that Danielle Champion video where you wrote her name on a piece of paper and you're throwing money at that name, implying that Danielle Champion can be bought, that she's a prostitute, that she's a hooker. But look at the image. You are a white middle-aged man throwing money at a younger black female. That is not a good look, Ice Cream Vlog. And I was totally against you on that. I didn't say anything about it. I just thought that that was going to haunt you and bite you in the buttocks. And that's exactly what's happening to Ice Cream Vlog. Don't feel sorry for Ice Cream Vlog. Ice Cream Vlog, I know you're not listening, but if you are listening, don't be sorry for yourself. Just own your responsibilities. And like I said, I'm pretty sure he's cooking in his lab, making a video, trying to explain everything. If I was Ice Cream Vlog, if I was a friend of Ice Cream Vlog, which I don't think I would be a friend of Ice Cream Vlog, but that's neither here nor there, I would just say, look, just own it and tell the truth. Be candid and tell the truth. But knowing Ice Cream Vlog, he's probably going to maneuver around the real questions, and he's going to try to explain himself away and say, well, yada, 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 yada. It's going to be a bunch of lies. It's going to be a bunch of half truths. And he's going to make that video and he's going to say moving forward. And I told you guys earlier in this live stream, he's going to do one or three things. Either he's done with YouTube, which I highly doubt it because, he's got a taste of this clout and he's addicted to it. So I don't think that's going to be the numero uno option. B, he's going to sort of maneuver around how to explain this, and C, he's going to start creating content that may not necessarily be messy content, popular current event content, and he's going to make that type of content. And he's going to lose a ton of subscribers that way. He's going to lose a ton of views that way. But he's going to do one of those three things. I would be honest with you. I would just, if I was in his shoes, which I wouldn't be, I would just face up and just go straight and go in the offensive position of apologizing to anyone that you have offended for the multitude of years that you done had this channel. I would first and foremost apologize to Danielle Champion, particularly on that video. That can save your channel. That can save your reputation. I would apologize to Mr. Organic. I would explain in my video why I started making videos about Mr. Organic. I would just go ahead and let the cat out the bag that we all know that you had a huge agenda against Mr. Organic. And it was something Mr. Organic said to you in a live stream or in a video, and you took offense to it. And you just went on, a rage mode. You're raging like a Cajun. You've been making videos about Mr. Organic. I would apologize to the families, the children, the significant others of the multitude of African-American content providers that you have made a feast, a living off of, and apologize to them. Next thing I would do, apologize to your subscribers. Say that you understand the errors of your way. You shouldn't have been posting people's posting people's addresses, posting people's social business practices, social media, just posting people's information, private, personal, confidential information. No matter what's your excuse, well, I didn't really post their address. I just looked at the video and I saw their address in a reflection of one of their cars, and I just, whatever excuse I would not go that. I would not take that offense. I would just go ahead and own up as a man. You should apologize. Say, hey, that was wrong. That was immature myself. I apologize. And go into details about it. And you're going to probably keep your real subscribers. I feel like your fair weather subscribers, you already lost them. The people that had that lust for mess, they know that they're not going to get it no more on your platform. So they're gonna say their negative comment. They're gonna say, well, I'm unsubscribing because this, that, the third, but secretly, low key, they're unsubscribing because you're not going to be messy anymore, and they're just moving on. I feel like you're gonna keep a small portion of your real fan base, and they will probably support your future endeavors as far as your channel go. You might honestly start making vlogs about your life. I mean, whatever, or make, powder puff pieces. I don't think you're going to get the amount of subscribers for doing something like that. I don't think you're going to necessarily get the amount of views that you used to get when you was making mess. But hey, it is what it is. But even 1000 HP Media at one point scrubbed his channel. And he did a quick explanation on why he did that. And I can believe him to a certain extent. Maybe he's getting tired and bored of doing that type of content. But I feel like low-key secretly, he felt he felt the burn. He didn't feel a massive burn that Ice Cream Vlog is feeling, but I think he felt a burn when a lot of these influencers was like Popeye and said, "I can't stand no more." I believe Rail to Real made a video about 1000 HP Media, and he got a little thin skin about it, and he said, look, I'm done with talking about him. And he started scrubbing his channel, but he was scrubbing his videos, even though I feel like he didn't delete none of his videos. I feel like they're in private mode for his enjoyment. As far as if he wants to get back into that, he's got a boatload of videos that he can get some information off of. He can do that. But hey, it ain't fun when a rabbit got the gun. I mean, 1000 HP Media, I kind of co-sign with him because he does it in a comedic way, and he doesn't post out of the videos I've watched. I haven't seen 1000 HP Media made a video posting someone's address or talking about someone's children or talking about someone's significant other. I could be 1000% wrong. 1000 HP Media wrong about what I just got through saying. But from the videos I have watched from this guy, I haven't seen him make videos like that. Now he does go in on people on a comedic type of level. And I feel like with 1000 HP Media, he's just doing it for shits and giggles. Okay. And a lot of people, it rubbed them the wrong way about his content. I remember he would go do a bunch of content on Lawsuit Jerry. He would do I can still remember some of the videos he made, even though it's funny, but he never went in on Lawsuit Jerry talking about where he lived and talked about his wife or talked about his grandchildren from the videos I have watched. Okay. I could be 1000% wrong on 1000 HP Media, but from the videos I have watched for myself, I haven't seen him doing no outlandish crossing the line type of situations like I have with Ice Cream Vlog. And that's why I never subscribe to Ice Cream Vlog. His videos will be on my timeline. I will watch those videos, but then I'm done with it. Okay. But at the end of the day, there was some videos Iscream Vlog made that I felt like you're crossing the line, dude. I mean, you're not approaching the line. You're not tipping over the line. You're just blatantly stomping over the line just to try to expose somebody. And there's multitude of ways on how to expose these YouTube content providers. If you're in that lane, personally, in my humble opinion, I'm not in that lane, because the information that you put out and present to your channel, a lot of people are going to assume that that's authentic, that's the truth, that's real, that's honest, and they're going to run to the bank with it. And it could be some hearsay stuff. It could be some stuff that, yeah, you research it, but you don't really know 1000% that this is factual. All right. And that can lead into other things. Secondly, I don't talk about people where they live. I don't talk about their wives. I don't talk about their grandmamas. I don't talk about their mothers, their fathers, their children, because that stuff is off base. Okay. That has no place or no purpose. Um, and like I said, as content providers on YouTube, we're considered reporters. Report on the story. Make the story entertaining. Don't um don't try to make the person's private life, confidential life, entertainment. Okay. And that's why Iscream Vlog is on witness protection in these YouTube streets. This man had done changed his name. He done private all his videos. A lot of people feel like he deleted those videos. He private those videos. And I'll be honest with you guys, it doesn't matter if he private all those videos. His family, his wife are going to see those videos, because I'm pretty sure someone has copied every last one of those videos. And it's gonna make him look like a total jerk, a total asshole. And this could affect his private life. You know, maybe his wife is not into that stuff, and they have a business, okay, that they got to salvage. Okay, this can potentially hurt your business. Okay, hurt your name, and they're dentists. Now, a lot of people say that she owns the dentist practice. If they're married, I feel like the dentist practice is owned by both of them. All right. Now, if y'all want to say that she's the breadwinner, okay, that's one thing. All right. But this can potentially hurt her reputation, hurt their dentist practice, and hurt the family. Because if this stuff comes out, I mean, and right now it's a wildfire, and this stuff is going to blaze, okay, and it's going to spread out of social media into real life. And I feel like Iscream Vlog is trying to prepare for that, but there's nothing you can do once your business partners, once the people that work at that dentist practice, once your wife, your children, your relatives find out what you've been doing for the past couple of years, and it's going to look real ugly on your behalf, because out of you're only attacking the African Americans on YouTube. You're not attacking the Jake Paul, the Jake. You're not attacking Mr. Beast. You're not attacking none of these other white content providers on YouTube. You are making an assault on only African American content providers on YouTube. And like I said earlier in this live stream, I feel like you was in your feelings, and you were very thin skinned. You're probably in a live stream with whoever, Mr. Organic or whoever, and you made a comment and they either joked on you, or how Mr. Organic goes. Sometimes Mr. Organic goes to the extreme in the comment section, particularly if you say something ridiculous that he deems ridiculous, and you took it the wrong way, and you made it you dedicated your whole life, what your all your energy in your life, on trying to expose Mr. Organic. Then it turned into CJ32. Then it turned into Kwame Brown. Then it turned into Real to Real. Then it turned into Danielle Champion. And then it started consuming you, and you got addicted to that. All right. But like I said, you should come clean, be honest, be thorough with your video, because I know you're in the lab cooking a video up right now, and I would not leave a stone unturned. I would be 100% authentic, honest, genuinely honest, and what you're going to do moving forward. Okay. And I feel like personally for you, if if you're a dentist and you have a dentist practice and your wife is a dentist as well, and y'all have a business, y'all have employees, I feel like the best thing for you to do is just leave YouTube. Because what's the purpose of you doing these videos on YouTube? All right. You're living the best life. You're living a life you don't realize, but you're living a life that majority of people just in the United States alone is not living that life. You got people out here trying to survive paycheck to paycheck. You got people out here unemployed. You got people out here that's struggling. The struggle is real. And you up here making videos day and night, night and day, and this is consuming your life. And it's probably hurting your business. You should do more productive things like make your business better, make your practice better, put respect on your name, your last name, and your wife's name as well. But you're here making exposed videos on African Americans. You're throwing money on Danielle Champion's name and low key saying that she can be bought, she can be sold, she's a prostitute, she's a hooker, and not realizing how this looks on the outside looking in. A white man throwing money on a black woman does not look good, my friend. It does not look good. All right. But he's got a lot of explaining to do. I don't know what he's going to say, but if I was in his position and I'm living the type of life he's living, now he's not rich by any stretch of the imagination, but you got to ask yourself, why make the videos when you're here? A lot of people are not at the status of where you are at. Okay, you're not living paycheck to paycheck. I mean, the content that you're making is not it is messy, entertaining type of content, but it's not informational type of content. It's not respectable type of content, particularly if you own a business, okay? And you don't want this splashing on your real life or your real business. That dentist practice, you're making more money at that dentist practice than you are cranking YouTube videos. All right. Now, like I said, he's got 3 million views. That's nothing to sneeze at. I think that's amazing in itself. I don't think he's like on the level of a Vlad TV. I don't think he's at the level of Adam 22. It's amazing how Adam 22 and is her name Lena the Plug. It's amazing how they do their vlogs, they do their videos, they do their content, but he has never once made any content about those two. He has never made any content about Adam 22, but he's always pushing it and always pushing the narrative of I'm attacking African Americans in YouTube, particularly influencers. Okay, there are influencers in other nationalities that he does not even bother. Okay, but that's neither here nor there. But yeah, I really do appreciate this. Everyone coming by. Some people came in, some people came out. I was hoping somebody would comment in the comment section, but hey, it is what it is. Sorry that I haven't been uploading too early for this podcast. A lot of episodes, but I'm gonna start cranking them next week. Be on the lookout later on this afternoon for my podcast that's on Spotify, that's on the Anchor app, as well as iTunes podcast called I'm Christian Don One Podcast. I'm gonna give you guys my review of The Walking Dead. Please subscribe to that podcast if you want to just listen to the podcast, the audio of the podcast. It's always subscribe to this channel. Hit the like button, hit the notification bell, share this content with your friends, family, and followers. We had fun doing this. It's not fun for for Iscream vlog, okay? But I feel like this should be a lesson and a lesson learned for a lot of people out there that does this type of content. I feel like this is a realization to a lot of people out there that maybe you should change how you want to get views and subscribers. And you should, if you're going to talk about these influencers, I think there's a lot of things that are fair game. But like I said earlier in this live stream, there are a lot of things that's out of bounds and you shouldn't cross that line. Okay. But nevertheless, I really do appreciate everyone that done came by. Like I said, rate, comment, subscribe, share this content with your friends, family, and followers. I will see you guys next week. Hopefully, if not, I'll probably see you in the new year. And we'll be talking about something else. And maybe we'll hear something from Iscream Vlog. If we hear something this week about Iscream Vlog, best believe I'm going to talk about it. And we'll just dissect it and go in. It's your boy, the host with the most. I do not brag or boast. I'm coming to you guys live from coast to coast. It's your boy. I'm Chris the Dom One. Another too early for this ish podcast. I'll see you guys later. Deuces.